D-Day refers to the historic military operation known as the Invasion of Normandy, which took place on June 6, 1944, during World War II. The term D-Day itself is a general military designation used to indicate the start date of a particular operation when the specific date or time is not yet determined or revealed. In the context of World War II, D-Day specifically refers to the day when Allied forces, primarily from the United States, Great Britain, and Canada, launched a massive amphibious assault on the beaches of Normandy, located in northern France. The operation was a pivotal turning point in the war and marked the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe from Nazi Germany's control. The planning and execution of the D-Day invasion were meticulously carried out by the Allied commanders, led by General Dwight D. Eisenhower. The operation involved the coordinated efforts of airborne forces, naval vessels, and ground troops. The invasion force consisted of thousands of ships, landing craft, and aircraft, along with hundreds of thousands of soldiers. The objective of the invasion was to establish a foothold in Normandy, secure the beachhead, and eventually push inland to liberate France and defeat Germany. Despite facing heavy German defenses and significant casualties, the Allied forces successfully landed on the beaches of Normandy. This marked the beginning of a long and costly campaign that ultimately led to the defeat of Nazi Germany and the end of World War II in Europe. D-Day remains one of the most significant military operations in history, symbolizing the bravery, sacrifice, and determination of the Allied forces in their fight against tyranny and the restoration of freedom and peace in Europe. The anniversary of D-Day, June 6, is commemorated annually to honor the memory of those who fought and to recognize the historical significance of the operation. The exact number of Allied troops who died on D-Day, June 6, 1944, is difficult to determine with absolute precision due to the chaos and confusion of the battle. However, it is estimated that between 4,000 and 4,400 Allied troops lost their lives on that day. These casualties were primarily suffered by the United States, Great Britain, and Canada, which formed the bulk of the invasion force. The majority of the deaths occurred on the beaches where the amphibious landings took place: Omaha Beach, Utah Beach, Gold Beach, Juno Beach, and Sword Beach. Each of these landing sites faced varying degrees of resistance and difficulty. The D-Day assault was an extremely hazardous operation, and the Allied forces faced heavily fortified German positions and fierce resistance. The loss of life on D-Day was a tragic but necessary sacrifice that paved the way for the eventual liberation of Western Europe from Nazi control. There are several lesser-known facts and aspects about D-Day that you may find interesting. Here are a few things you may not know about D-Day. Codenames and deception. The D-Day invasion was shrouded in secrecy, and codenames were used to refer to various aspects of the operation. The invasion itself was codenamed Operation Overlord, and the 5 individual landing beaches were given the codenames Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword. Furthermore, to deceive the Germans, an extensive campaign of misinformation and decoy operations was carried out, including the creation of a fictional army called the 1st United States Army Group, FUSAG, led by General George S. Patton. The weather delay. Originally, D-Day was scheduled for June 5, 1944, but it was postponed by 1 day due to unfavorable weather conditions. General Eisenhower, the Supreme Allied Commander, made the critical decision to delay the invasion by 24 hours, despite the immense logistical challenges and risks involved. The weather conditions on June 6 were still challenging, but the operation proceeded as planned. Mulberry Harbors. To support the massive influx of troops, vehicles, and supplies following the D-Day landings, the Allies constructed artificial harbors called Mulberry Harbors. These floating structures were towed across the English Channel and assembled off the coast of Normandy. They played a crucial role in the early days of the invasion by enabling the rapid unloading of troops and supplies directly onto the beaches. The role of the French Resistance. The French Resistance, a network of clandestine groups operating in Nazi-occupied France, played a significant role in aiding the Allies in their preparations for D-Day. They provided crucial intelligence, sabotaged German infrastructure and supply lines, and conducted acts of resistance leading up to and during the invasion. Their efforts were vital in disrupting German operations and assisting the Allied forces. The importance of Bletchley Park. The code-breaking efforts at Bletchley Park, a top-secret British intelligence center, played a crucial role in the success of D-Day. The team at Bletchley Park had been intercepting and deciphering German communications encrypted with the Enigma machine. By decrypting these messages, the Allies gained valuable insights into German plans, troop movements, and defenses, providing them with a significant strategic advantage. These lesser-known aspects highlight the complexity, strategic planning, and collaborative efforts involved in the D-Day invasion, making it one of the most remarkable military operations in history.